Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today, it's finally Fairy Tale Friday! Are you guys as excited as I am? Because I am way overexcited. I just saw, literally like 20 seconds ago, Jen Campbell posted her Sleeping Beauty thing. I haven't watched it yet. I'm excited to watch it, but I want to watch it after I've done mine so I'm not influenced by hers. I'm actually doing Sleeping Beauty as well. If you've watched Jen and I in the comments, you know that we've been kind of chuckling about it. I am so excited. I am going to try one format that I'm hoping you guys will like. If you don't like it, let me know, and I will change it. I'm going to tell you the story real quick, Spark Note style. The original one, which is really dark and morbid, or at least the one that I've found to be the most original I can find. And then I'm going to recommend 5 books that are retellings of this story, and we're going to go from there. Everybody, Sleeping Beauty! Yay! Woo! Are you guys excited? Why aren't you yelling with me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. All right, I'm ready now. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a queen, and the queen wished so much for a daughter that she made a deal with a fairy. And the fairy said that she just wished to be invited to the king and queen's birth of the child. Now, the child was born, and the fairy was not invited. She got pissed. She cursed the child. 16th birthday, the child was going to prick her finger on a spindle and fall asleep into a deep sleep. Now, 16 years later rolls by. Young girl walks up, finds a spindle, touches the spindle, falls asleep into a deep sleep. She is now Sleeping Beauty. A prince finds her. He rides up. He rapes her. Yeah. There's a twist. He rapes her. She becomes pregnant. He arrives back to rape her a second time, but she is waking up because she is in childbirth with his children. Yup. That happened. Then he goes, darn it, you're awake. I can't rape you. I guess I'll invite you home for dinner. So he invites her back to his home for dinner, not understanding that the king or prince has actually already been married. Sleeping Beauty shows up unbeknownst to her own, finds the queen. The queen sees that the child is her husband's, gets pissed, kills Sleeping Beauty, and then feeds her to her husband. The end. That was the one. Freaking weird. Don't like it. It's really creepy. So gross. So gross. All right. Moving on. Here are my 5 recommendations. So, this is Briar Rose by Jane Yolen. This is the story of a child named Rebecca who is very enticed by her grandmother's story about Briar Rose, so the Sleeping Beauty story. But as she grows older, she realizes that Grandma's story is actually about herself. So the grandmother has been telling the young child the story of herself in the title of Briar Rose, and it is actually the story of her in Nazi Germany. This is apparently part of a fairy tale series, so I'm curious to look up the rest of them. I very much enjoyed this. This is a YA historical fiction fairy tale retelling of Sleeping Beauty, taking place in Nazi Germany. This is one of those kind of simple romance novels, but it's got a twist to it. So this is Sleeping Beauty's story. However, it is the story of a young child who is 16 years old, finds out that she is cursed to put the entire kingdom to sleep, and then decides to embark on her own journey and to try and save the kingdom, and finds a prince in the making. This is a romance novel, Sleeping Beauty retelling. Empower the crap out of females. This was my favorite. This is a middle grade. This is Wildly Awake Princess. This is by Ed Baker. I loved this book. This is about a princess named Anna who is actually Sleeping Beauty's sister and has a she's basically immune to magic, and so when her sister Princess Gwen touches the spindle and falls asleep, Anna has to go on and embark in a quest to go save the kingdom and to help her sister wake up, and she brings a little friend along the way and they become kind of in love, but it doesn't overpower it, and Anna's a kick-ass little princess who is so cute and so sweet, and I loved this book. I read it in one sitting, middle grade greatness, so good. Wide Awake, The Princess by Ed Baker. This is the retelling of Sleeping Beauty where a younger sister is a kick-butt princess who saves the world. This is the one that I am the most excited about. That one was my favorite. This one I have not read yet. I am recommending it because I'm just going to let you guys hear the first thing. Briar Rose claims no responsibilities for the act that led her to the imprisonment of an asylum. Yes, I needed it in my life. You are darn right. The word asylum is in there. It's a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. They question her sanity. Her parents have never been there. She is just... Yeah. The doctor is evil, they believe. They may never make it out alive. Asylums, crazy people, Sleeping Beauty retelling. Yes! I'm excited, guys. You know me. This is all my things wrapped up in one little book, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to cry. This is Asleep by Crystal Wade. Yay! So, Sleeping Beauty, Crazy Asylum retellings. Yes! So excited! And then we have a sci-fi fantasy, which is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty as well. This is A Long, Long Sleep by Anna Sheehan. And this is about a young girl named Rosalinda. She goes to sleep and she has been pushed into a sleep induced by chemicals, and she now wakes to find her parents and many millions dead, as well as her original love, and she's now been thrusted into the future where she is seen as a freak and a monster and no one trusts her. Those are my 5 different retellings of Sleeping Beauty that I've tracked down. I'm so excited to share them with you. I hope they inspired you guys to go out and read some. I really have always associated with Sleeping Beauty. She is my favorite story and fairy tale. I associated with it long before anything of my mental illness, and I'm just going to compare quickly her sleep and slumber to my mental illness. For the age of, I'm not sure when my original trauma was, so let's just say for the past 20 years, I have been in a slumber-like state where I have repressed my own memories, and I am now finally coming out with the kiss of medication and talk therapy, and I am beginning to awaken into the world that I left behind, and it is a scary feeling to wake up to a world that you have tried to numb for so long. The rape is something that I did suffer during my sleep state. I did deal with that. I have not found a prince, but in truth and honesty, I can't say that I want a prince to come rescue me. I want my prince to come later. I have definitely discovered that a lot of YA fiction definitely focuses on the person with mental illness recovering once they found love, and that's not how one recovers from mental illness. You don't recover because you're loved by someone. You recover because you have support and love in yourself and around you. There is no one quick 1, 2, 3 cure for mental illness, and it sucks. And waking up from the slumber with just one kiss is not how it works. You have to really, really try and really, really work hard to fully come out of your slumber. And it's not an easy path, and it's not an easy feeling. And for any woman, man, child, or person out there in our midst that feels that they are still in their slumber, I am here with you. I am still in my slumber. I'm kind of in a state of awakening, but at the same time, I definitely have days where I want to go back to sleep and forget that it ever happened and forget that I've begun to waken, because it's hard to wake up from that slumber and it's hard to push yourself, and you are not alone, and you will. And just remember that you have support either here or out there, whatever you need. I will list my email down below in the to go box. You guys are more than welcome to email me at any time if you have a story you'd like to share, if you have words you'd like to share that you don't feel comfortable sharing with the world. I do understand. You guys have been nothing but wonderful and supportive. I did post a video on Tuesday that was so difficult for me, and you guys made it so that I felt as if I could survive and keep going. And I am so grateful to each and every one of you for everything you offer me and for the support and love and generosity. And I will see you guys in my next video. Let me know how you feel about how this all went. So here is my general overlook of what each video for the Fairy Tale Friday will look like. Let me know how you feel. I will tell you the fairy tale in short, ridiculous stances that make no sense and they're kind of redundant and crazy. I will then recommend you 4 to 5 retellings that I have found and tracked down of different genres and age ranges and ideas, and then I will compare the fairy tale to a potential mental illness and what it could represent. All right, guys, that is my plan. That is my hope. That is my dream. I picked Sleeping Beauty because it feels the most efficiently connected to dissociative identity disorder to me, and I hope you guys can understand my logic. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. I will see you soon. Bye.